What's up, you guys? Welcome to the And Now We Know show. This is season 6. I am your host, Jonnie Kae. I'm so excited to have another special guest on my show. You guys, you got to check out everybody that I've already had. Check out season 5. There's so many hot people on there. And check out the people I've had on this season. It's just ridiculous already. And we're just getting started. So you guys, stay tuned, and make sure you're subscribed by the end of this episode. Today, I have a rapper. He's really dope, of course. And I had to have him on the show. We want to get to know him a little bit. Yeah, because he's a dope artist. His name is Polyester. Let's go ahead and bring him on out.
How you doing?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Good.
Alright, we're sitting here with Polyester, you guys.
Right.
First thing I want to talk to you about is your followers. You have over 12K followers on Instagram. Shout out to that. That's an accomplishment. But you're only following 33 people.
Right.
So what does it take to be a follower of yours? What do people have to do? Let us know. You gotta be family?
Like pretty much all the people I follow are people that I can call and they'll pick up the phone, you know. And then also when Instagram started, I didn't really want one. So then when I
Interesting.
and then so when I made one, I just used to follow this car club I'm from, Serious Business Car Club, and then I had a Camaro, so I followed like a Camaro page, and then over time I started graduating because people were like, man, you don't follow nobody. And I just 33 is my favorite number, so I'm gonna stick with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't want to change that?
As of now, no.
Okay. Interesting. All right. How come you didn't want to join Instagram at first?
Because I was when it came out, I'm not the biggest like picture taking person or just like, you know, recording things like as far as what I'm doing. So the idea of it, I didn't get it. You know, and one of my friends, he was like, man, you're crazy. You make music. How do you not have an Instagram? And he made it for me when I left my phone in the car. Yeah.
Wow, shout out to your friend.
Yeah, Fred. He made it.
Shout out to Fred.
Fred, yeah.
Hey.
He was right, though.
That's what's up. Yeah, he's definitely right. Where did you get your stage name from? Because that's a different type of name, Polyester. What does that mean?
Well, it's Polyester the Saint, and the Saint is my middle name. And then Polyester came from high school. I used to wear like plaid golfer pants and stuff like I don't know. I was always like I was an individual.
Interesting. Interesting.
So I was like, oh, okay, Polyester, the pants and all that. And
then your name.
Yeah, so it was like my name as Polyester it's not really like a music name, it was just my name. Most people have called me that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do people usually just say Polyester, or do they always say Polyester the Saint?
They're starting to say the same.
Okay.
They need to.
Say the Saint, y'all.
Put the Saint on it.
Put the Saint on it. Polyester the Saint. Don't forget the Saint.
Yeah.
So, growing up, you played different instruments. Do you produce all of your own music right now?
That's how I started. I'm a producer first. So I produce like Nipsey, Dom Kennedy, Casey Reggie's Problem, just a list of people. And then I started making my own projects after I was doing that for a while. To kind of like because as a producer, especially nowadays, like your destiny is in the hands of if somebody raps on your beats. So like you're like, the whole time you're like living somebody else's dream. Whereas if you get on your own thing, then you're kind of more in control. So I do both, even to this day. Yeah. But I'm mainly a producer, yeah.
It's really hard, you guys, to be a producer and an artist.
It is and it isn't.
You make it seem easy. You make it look easy. I've tried to make beats before. I tried. It's not easy. I commend everybody that does.
So did you stop?
I low-key kind of stopped. And I had Logic.
Let me ask you this stuff. Remember the first time you jumped in the pool and tried to swim? Was it hard?
Yeah.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a good ass swimmer now.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can figure it out.
I'm sure I could if I put more time into it.
Put more time into it. It's scary.
But I feel like it would take me a long time because it's so technical. There's so many like plugins and all this stuff you gotta use to really make the beat like pop, you know.
It is and it's not.
You one of those people that make beats in like 5 minutes?
Sometimes, and sometimes it might be 2 days.
See, it's different for you. Like,
sometimes it might take 2 days to figure out the bass line, you know? But
wow.
Sometimes it might be in 5 minutes, yeah.
2 days at max?
No, I'm just saying sometimes it could take that amount of time. Just like once your options become, like when I first started playing, I could only use these 2 fingers. And then eventually it became 3 and this, and now I'm like all over the place.
Wow, so, that's how I was. That's how I am right now.
Yeah, so
like
I remember being like that. So I just waited or just kept doing it so I could get better. So in the beginning, I might have just made a bass line, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
When did you start? I mean, when did you start producing?
Like probably over 10 years ago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was growing up like for you? Can you let us know?
I mean, it was typical like any kid. I grew up in Los Angeles, you know, and yeah, I mean, typical
LA life streets.
Yeah, LA life.
What high school did you go to?
I went to LA High, and then the other half the time I was there, and then the other half I spent in Burbank. My mom moved to the Valley, and I went to a school called John Burroughs High School.
Wow.
That's where I graduated from.
Interesting. I went to LA High too for 1 year, and then I went to Hamilton.
Yeah. Most people go to LA High for like a year or so. It's not a school you really
stay at.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Shout out to LA High.
Right.
The people that go there. The moments you have, because that's literally what it was.
I have really good moments though, because that's where I was 9th grade, you know, it's like I learned how to be me, you know.
Yeah, me too. 9th grade. I was there 9th grade, and I remember there was like this hole in the back gate.
Right, and you can go down and go to Okie Dock,
yeah. Yep. Everybody used to hop out that back gate. I don't know if they still do that.
I know, I think about that sometimes, like, is it still open?
That's so funny. Yeah. Straight up, you just hop through.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You said something about your music being car music and palm tree music.
Right.
Do you still feel the same way today?
Yes, it's just elevated. You know, I've been out the country a good amount of time, so there's elements of that. And then I'm also into wine, which wine and cars has always been in my music since I started. Because I kind of like it's like lifestyle music, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. And your music is like very West Coast LA.
Right.
Like, and I love that.
Right.
It's very West Coast LA. Shout out to everybody in LA getting it, you know, we're out here. Your relationship life. Are your relationships with women like affected by your career? Because you're on this journey being a successful artist that you are. You're growing and growing. Is that intimidating for some women?
Well, I'm in a relationship now with my son's mother, so
shout out to your son's mother.
So I don't really have those problems now, but I had them in the past. Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was either they were too into it or not into it enough, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But you don't have that now. That problem.
Not at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Shout out. Another person on the show in a successful relationship. That's an artist.
Right.
It's hard for artists sometimes.
No, it is, but it gets better.
Wow. Shout out. That's beautiful. I love to hear that. If you could pick an artist to come back to life, this is an interesting question. We want to know what you think. Tupac or Biggie? Who would you bring back?
Tupac.
Tupac?
Yeah.
Why Tupac?
Because you know why? Biggie was great and he was a great artist, but look at the world today. Like, Tupac would have been talking about these gas prices. I don't think Biggie would have been talking about it. You know?
Exactly.
He would have been talking about the war and or he probably would have been a politician by now and stopped rapping.
Know.
You know what I mean? So, no disrespect to Biggie.
He probably would have been the mayor.
I feel like we need, I think we need Pac right now.
Exactly. I mean, rest in peace to Tupac because He could have been the mayor by now. He might have been the president.
Something.
I don't know. I mean,
ambassador or something.
Ambassador, exactly. Like, he would have been, you know, doing those type of things. And artists today is not really doing that.
Nip was.
Nip was.
Yeah.
He was.
And there's actually others too. We just don't hear about it as much. But there's other people. Like Problem does a lot of good things for the community and different ideas. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Can you give us any tips or advice for any aspiring rappers out there that are like probably just starting out in their career? What kind of tips would you give to those people that are on this journey?
I would say to have a plan and stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do it and make a song and just put it up online and think like that's just how it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would tell them to also think about, instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna make one album, and think about like, oh, I'm gonna make 4 albums. So you're not satisfied till you get to that 4. You know what I mean? Because you could luck up and go viral, but that's like winning the lottery. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't play the lottery, but
that's true.
When you lose, you're like, I knew I lost. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's like, I would just say have a plan and also look at it as a long-term thing. Like, I got into this to not stop. You know, so when people were like, oh yeah, you've been doing it for a long time, like how does it feel? You know, there's Kanye and then there's you. It's like, I'm like, okay, well, there's always been Kanye, but there's always been me too. That's why I haven't had to stop.
Wow. That's good motivation, and we need to hear that. And you guys keep pushing and have a business plan, like you said, because I mean, it's like playing the lottery. Like you said, you could go ahead and make a song and throw it out there, but I mean, you know. And
buy a hard drive, bro. I get tired of all these people that say they rap and they don't have hard drives. Like, you gotta have the tools, you know what I'm saying? Get your tools together.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. I'm glad you said that. That's a fact. Please have a hard drive with
all
you.
Your songs. If Jay-Z met you and said, I want to mess with you right now, they don't want to get MP3s and call your boy and get the studio sessions from all around the world. You know what I mean? Come get correct.
That's what's up. Good advice. Good tips. Can you shout out your social media for everybody? Can you let us know how we can follow you?
Polyester the Saint. All my social media is POLY3ST3R. On every platform, that's every social media, that's what it is. That was my AIM sidekick name, so I just kept it.
AIM sidekick? Yeah. What?
Yeah. So
I used to be on AIM. I don't even remember my name.
I remember mine.
That's funny. You just kept it. That's what's up.
Because that's how I looked at Instagram and all. I'm like, oh, is this like AIM, or I didn't look at it like a tool to use,
Wow, that's interesting. So what's next for you? What's next for Polyester the Saint?
Well, right now I just dropped the album. It's called In Us We Trust, side A, and I'm about to drop side B real soon too. I had a video come out like last week, and we just
elevating.
Yeah.
You're just growing and we love to see that on the show. And now we know Polyester the Saint, you guys. Make sure you listen to all his music. Go stream up everything he has right now. Everything he said is also in the description box below. His Instagram page, his YouTube, everything is down below. His Spotify, all that. Check him out. He's dope. I mean, he's doing so much right now. He's on the rise, and you don't want to miss what he does next. You don't want to miss it. That's it for this episode. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it to your friends, follow him today, stream up his music, stream it up, run the streams up right now. Go check out his music videos. He has dope videos as well. And that's it for this episode. I'll see you guys next week.
From A to Z, don't play with me. In us we trust, in the game too deep. We play for kids. In the streets no love, my trap don't close. 100 bills won't fall. In us we trust.